A couple things. This one, before I was ever a Christian, I would hear this, right? This one kind of leaked into the culture somehow. The meek will inherit the earth. Right? Anybody ever heard that before you're a believer? Right? I never really heard about poor in spirit or blessed are those who mourn, but I certainly heard about the meek inheriting the earth. It's somehow one of those scriptures that's passed beyond the Christian realm and into the vocabulary of everyday society. And meek here is a strange word. It's actually a very difficult to translate word in English. Because when we hear meek, we often hear weak or timid. We associate meekness with timidity or weakness, and it's not that. When this word, the same word for meek, gets used in other places in the New Testament, they usually don't use the word meek. They use the word gentle, right? Gentle or mild. So what's really going on with this word? And for this, we're gonna break down into the Greek a little bit here, okay? So the word in Greek is praus. Like if you're Arnold Schwarzenegger, praus, it's like that. Meek and mild and gentle is the straight up definition. But if you look into how it's used in the Bible, which is like the first place you would look for definitions for words that are used in the Bible, in the Greek, it's a heart attitude of inward gentleness that manifests as humble strength under God's control. It's not weakness or timidity or lack of conviction. And that definition is kind of a mouthful, but maybe it would help to see where that word was used in ancient times outside of the Bible. We do this sometimes here. Outside of the Bible, this word praus gets used, and we can find it in ancient sources. One of the ways that word, mild, meek, gentle, gets used in old times, in ancient days, was about a mild or gentle medicine, a praus, medicine. Like not a harsh medicine. Anybody ever taken harsh medicine before? Right? There's some real harsh medicine out there. This is not a word for one of those kind of medicines. It's actually a medicine like a cream, like a gentle ointment that you would put on like a rash or something. That's like a praus, gentle, almost like a soothing thing, a mild medicine that you'd put there. Another way that gets used in ancient times is of wind or breeze, a praus, gentle breeze, not like a violent wind. A praus wind is like the other day, maybe you've done this before, you park your car in a parking lot and it gets full direct sun for like 7 or 8 hours. And it's 108 degrees out like it was this week. And then you go there and you're not thinking about it and you pop the door and you don't let it air out. You just hop in there and sit down in that oven. It's like 375 degrees you're baking actually. What's the first thing you do when you hop in a car like that? Man, you turn on the AC and you crack those windows, right? And that little bit of air that comes in, especially if you can give your car a little bit of gas and you start to move and all of a sudden that little bit of air comes in as you start to move and it's this praus, like gentle, soothing breeze. The last one I want to mention, it gets used, a praus animal actually, like a tame or a trained animal. A good example of this that gets used in ancient times kind of often is a war horse, right? Is a war horse weak? Is it like meek and mild in the way in English we think about it? It's like some kind of whatever horse? No, a war horse is a strong, powerful animal. A strong, powerful animal, but it's a strength, a bridled strength that is restrained power submitted under the yoke of the master. This is not about passivity, meekness. It is strength under submission to a master.